Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith Andrew, and welcome to 369. I'm here with the talented and beautiful Atlee Feingold, and it's great to have you on the show once again after 2.5 years.
Hi guys. Hi Keith. It's nice to be here.
No, the honor is all mine, and as the first thing we want to know is you can watch our first interview. That's about going Season 1, Season 2, so that's going back at least, let's see, Season 2 was 14, between 14 and 15, so it's about 2.5 years, 2 years, but you can see the video quality from recording directly from the iPad to now it's Skype recorder, so it's cut in half. I'm on the right, you're on the left, so it looks more professional. So as some people would say to me, I got my head out of my ass. With that being said, a half hour of your time, you can say anything you want, freedom of speech, self-expressing. And starting off, let's catch up in the 2 years. So what have you been up to?
Well, a lot has happened in these last 2 years. I moved. I live in Seattle now. And that's been really awesome. And I am now actively pursuing a singer-songwriter sort of performer career versus a more acting career, which is what I was doing before. And yeah, it's been super awesome. I've just started working with some different producers and artists up here and creating my own original songs and collaborations with other people. And I got to perform at a music festival this year, which was really cool, one of my original songs. And then I also got to perform at one of the biggest clubs here, Q Nightclub in Seattle, a live performance there. And I think I'm going to have 2 or 3 performances this month too, so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, nice. Congrats. I wish you the best.
Thank you, yeah. When
I think of Seattle, I never been there, it's on my things to do list. But I remember the image from, are you a wrestling fan, by the way?
Not particularly.
Alright, so there was a WrestleMania in Seattle, WrestleMania 19, where, if I'm thinking correctly, you have, not you exactly, but the city has the giant Space Needle.
Yes, yeah.
I remember that was 2003. I was in freshman year of high school, so I was in WrestleMania, and it showed Seattle with this giant Space Needle. I always wanted to go there.
Oh, it's beautiful. You should definitely make it out if you can.
Now, the next question, it's great to say, don't mind me, I don't do my interviews as a way, so I kind of build up a hesitation until my disability shows more. A lot of people say that's great because that's the purpose of the show, but as you can see, I'm professionally dressed, so I like to put a face on. I like to hide my disabilities, not say, hey, I'm here, Hey, like I said, I'm imperfect and I'm a work in progress.
So is everyone, for sure. It just shows up in different ways,
It does. Was there any subjects you wanted to promote before I ask my questions? Was there anything you wanted to promote, talk about? I would love to hear it,
Yeah, the only thing is just, anyone can go to my YouTube channel. It's just Atlee Feingold YouTube, and you can see all my dances, some of my original web series and stuff that I have written on there, some vlogs and stuff. And then as far as music goes, I'm working on getting a Spotify up. So when I get that up, it'll just be Atlee, my name, Atlee. So anyone can find me there if they want to listen to my music.
Yeah, that's really cool. Now, I don't know if I asked you the first time, what type of music do you do? Do you rock and roll? Do you do country, R&B?
I do, my voice is pretty soulful, but I've been working with sort of more, EDM type, so that's more club music, but mixed with trap, a little bit more underground, not as mainstream pop, but yeah, those kind of sounds. And then my vocals are pretty soulful and deep and eerie and stuff, so it's a darker sound, but it's really fun.
So you're not into the whole rapping thing?
I have rapped a little bit, so that has been fun, and I still want to mess around rapping too. Hold on, sorry, I'm getting a FaceTime thing. Let me turn this off.
Hey, anything can happen live.
Yeah, I'm getting a FaceTime thing from my friend. because I don't have a phone.
Oh, what happened to your phone?
I got a new phone.
Ah.
Oh, I dropped my phone. My friend is here right now to drop something off for me. Can I be back in like 1 second?
Yeah, sure. We got the perfect time to take a quick commercial break.
Okay, cool. I will be right back.
Get a personal video message for yourself or as a gift for someone else. For personal connections, shout-outs, birthdays, proposals, weddings, and much more. Enter your details about yourself so the celebrity can record a personal video message, especially for you, including details such as your name, age, birthday, hobbies, or whatever else you include. As soon as the video has been recorded, you'll get an email with your link so you can share it on social media or download and keep it. Celebrities record videos as and when they can, usually within 2 weeks. But if you want a video for a specific date and it does not look like it will arrive in time, you can cancel it and get an instant refund at the click of a button. There are hundreds of celebrities to choose from and many more joining every day. Search by category or genre, buy a gift voucher, get updates and offers, and encourage your favorite celebrities to join so they can connect with fans in a fun and unique way. Raise money for their charities and much more. So order your video now for yourself or for someone else.
I'm so bored.
Want to see something really cool?
Yeah!
Now you'll never be bored again with Loot Crate, a totally bodacious mystery box packed with awesome toys, radical games, and other surprises. And the best part is, you can get Loot Crate delivered right to your door. So don't delay. Ask your parents and order today.
Everything okay in there? Yeah, everything great. I love Loot Crate.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 369. I'm here with the talented and beautiful Atlee Feingold. I just want to say thank you for sticking with us. And during the 2 years, one thing that I realized recently, if you really want to get me paranoid, I know some people say it's not hard to do. You know, I basically got up to 300. And now my big mistake was I wasn't doing any permission forms, so I was taking people at their word. So basically I got to 300, you know, a little person here and there would say, you know, because, trying to find the words for it. As you know, from season 1 and 2, a little bit of 3, I was recording from the phone to the computer screen. So their agent would say, you know, we don't like the video quality, we think it's kind of degrading, we don't want to be seen with people like you, you know, all that bullshit. And I realized yesterday when I got to 300 again that I wasn't just back up to 300. Apparently I suck at math because 300 plus 300 is 600. So if you really want to think about it, I actually did 600 interviews.
That's awesome.
And, you know, if I did it right the first time, you were supposed to be 669, but because I'm now started from the beginning, because I didn't have permission to use the other interviews, so I said do it over. Yeah. So basically, once I got up to 300, I wanted to create my own gift. A couple of things I'd like to show you is when I first got 300, I wanted a trophy for myself. I don't know if this sounds familiar or I showed you this before, but when I got to 300, I wanted a trophy for myself. And a lot of people say you can't buy yourself a trophy because no one buys themselves trophies. Trophies are something that are given to you. So I didn't want to get, you know, season 1 or season 2. I could have done that. I was like, well, I want something that's unique, like me, apparently. And I wanted something that stands out, something that's like I can show off over and over. So when I got up to 300 about, let's see, 14, and 2015, before I had the shit hit the fan, I had to do it all over, I had this created. It's the KeithAndrewNetWork Championship Belt.
That's so cool.
I'm a big
I love it.
wrestling fan and everything. And basically this belt shows you, even with having a learning disability, doesn't matter what labels people tell you or put on you, you should prove to them that labels do not dictate who you are and who you're going to be. You should prove to them you can step out to something. Unfortunately, as you can see from the bottom of it, it's a little scuffed up. As the centerpiece keeps peeling off, and I said to them, I got this at Crowns, so people can go to crownstrophy.com. And if you're interested, they do custom trophies and everything. And doing a little plug for them. And I said, the centerpiece keeps coming off. Is there a way you can have glass on it? It's like, oh, yeah, it has, this is how they talk. Yeah, it has glass on it. It's fine. It looks pretty. And so I went fine. And I got it, and the whole freaking thing came off. And I'm like, you know what? I sent it back because you would think this is funny. My brother likes to tease me. When I first got the belt, I'm horrible at spelling. And when I got the belt...
horrible spelling, so... I'm a writer, so it's pretty funny.
Well, you think this was funny. Instead of writing, as this says, championship, mine spelling was chimpionship.
Yeah.
So it's the KeithAndrewNetWork championship belt. And it's like, yeah, spelling's hard. So I sent it back to them. They fixed it. And I told them about the centerpiece. Still came off. So I used Gorilla Glue. Yeah, I'm a freaking genius. So I used Gorilla Glue on it. And unfortunately, it started to peel. So now you can see a little scuff mark under network, under championship. The paint started to come off. So gluing it wasn't a smart idea. So I was embarrassed of showing it. And I was like, for $200, might as well turn a weakness into a strength. So I'm imperfect. Apparently, this belt's seen better days. This is imperfect. So I'm the imperfect champion.
Perfect. It's great. I love it.
And the other one I wanted to show you, I can't find my hat for some reason, is if you're interested in merchandise, I have my own KeithAndrewNetWork hat, and I have 2 t-shirts. If you're interested, I can show you.
Yeah, I think I did the Kickstarter for the t-shirt, right?
Right, and you got a refund because I didn't get my goal.
Yeah.
I was supposed to get to 60, and if I didn't get to $60, you get your money back. But once I get to 60, I will try that again if you're interested.
Sure.
But in the meantime, I have my dog tag is cursive. So my first shirt, it's black and red. I know it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
My mom said, why did he get cursive? It looks pretty, but he can't read it. And the other one is my main logo now. It's the KeithAndrewNetWork 2013.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's on my second shirt. So you have a choice. You can get cursive or you can get the big circle. People said, why is it 13? 13's an unlucky number. In the Jewish community. And it's kind of funny if you think about it. My mom was born on the 13th. And I started my talk show on the 13th. So, we'll plug there that 13 is also a lucky number.
Yeah, numerology.
But with that being said, I did my little plug. I do have a couple questions, but I didn't ask you the first time.
Yeah.
Now, I use IMDb to do real research.
Yeah.
And are you a fan of iCarly?
iCarly?
iCarly? It's like, I'm pronouncing her name wrong. It's like...
iCarly?
Yes.
Show? I wouldn't say I'm a fan. I've never even watched an episode, so I don't know.
It's stupid funny. But I enjoy it. That's it.
People love it.
It is. No, it's really popular. That's really started a whole stream of internet shows. And Nickelodeon really had something. So I recently tried to get a hold of Lawrence Brown, and he was the security guard. He did an episode on the show, who also was on The Monk. I also introduced Brian Benson. He was a 4-time Ironman champion. Basically, you know those Ironman runs where you do like 1,000K and everything. So he did it about 4 times, and he calls himself the 4-time champion.
Wow.
And basically, now I look people up, so I look a little more professional. But hey, we're just casting out. But one thing I saw, you were doing a couple short films. You were doing Only in LA.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about that?
That was one of my first short films I did. It's probably back in like 2011 now, 2012. And yeah, that was good. I just did like a bit part on that. Short film, and then I did a short film called Stay a While, which was really amazing, and I was the lead in that, and that was like an intensive 2-week shoot that was really, really fun, and all the actors like lived together, and it was really good, really immersive experience. And then I did, what other ones did I do? I did my own web series, which were Bitches Who Break and Ways, or What Are You Even Saying? I did those. I did the movie that Adam LeCoulier directed called The Backslide, and that's a feature-length film that should be out, I don't know, hopefully in the next year, I don't know, like after I shoot, I don't really.
Well, you did act on my questions.
Yeah. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, it's
you
fine.
probably
You were just
better than me.
I'm
just
go
another
ahead.
one.
I'm sorry, I know it's Skype cuts in, cuts out. I was not go through the whole West, but you mentioned it. You know, you're in Backslide, you're in Ways, you're in the I think it's a John Bennett movie.
Bondage, yeah.
Bondage, and you're doing great for yourself. You know, you're also a lead actress. Now, for people who want to be just like you, what were actually, this is my favorite subject that I came up with. I was coming up with different subjects. It's called social media. Can social media make you or break you? And while on the subject about your films, does your internet following dictate if you should be in this part or if you should work?
That's definitely a very good question. Social media, if you have a really big social media following, it can 100% dictate whether or not you get in a movie or get an agent or manager or something like that. If you're someone like me who has like moderate social media following, so like 2,000 people, then it doesn't really dictate. You're still going to be someone who just has to let your talent kind of prove your worth. I think until you're like at 10,000 followers, no one really cares. That's just kind of how the world is right now.
Right.
So if you're trying to build a base either as a like singer, songwriter, or as an actor from social media, then you need to at least have 10,000 or more followers for sure, or else it just, not that you couldn't do what you want to do, but if you're trying to do it from social media, you're going to need that much or more.
No, I agree with you. And you know how social media can make you, as for an example, social media is helping you and it's helping me, but at the same time, how it can break you is saying it doesn't matter who you are. I don't know if you saw this video or picture of this idiotic guy. Basically, he was making fun of, basically it's a celebrity who was making fun of a kid who had a disability. Basically, he had a stooping forehead, he couldn't see his eyes, and he had buck teeth. And the celebrity made fun of him for that. But like I was saying, can social media make you or break you? His commercials were pulled from TV. No one wanted to work with him. You know, since he did his public apology, magically you say you're sorry and everything gets better. Now his commercials are on TV again, and now he's being seen. But that's an example. For me and you and that guy who basically can do laps around us, he's a famous star, breaking in social media is saying if you do something stupid or if you say something that someone doesn't like, it's basically a stack of cards, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, meaning like if you do something outrageous, it can help your social media?
Well, it's kind of funny you should say that. You know, there's a lot of people doing backyard wrestling, and their videos, I can't snap my fingers, but they're getting like 1,000 views. And, for me, it depends on the interview. We're having great chemistry, so we're going to get a lot of views. But at the same time, if it's just a normal interview, I would say it would be like 15, maybe 20 views.
Yeah.
So for you, do the views matter to you, or is it how many people are following you?
It's a good question, too. I would say right now, doing singing songwriting, views are important so that people can obviously hear and like distribute and like my music and like my dances and stuff like that. But as far as once I start putting out music like on Spotify and stuff, the more followers I get obviously on that, like the better. So for me, it's probably tied, but any eyes on your stuff are good. So I would say you always want more views. Like you always just want people to be impacted by your stuff. I mean, that's the reason why at least I'm making stuff, is so that people can experience it and that I can share my like story with the world, So if no one sees it, that doesn't really, then it kind of defeats my purpose,
No, absolutely. I do have 3 questions for you. Then I'm going to pass the show over to you, wrapping up. Is one, say you post a video. Are you one of those stars on YouTube that get paid for your videos, or you don't get paid for your stuff?
I do get paid small amounts for my videos that get like a bunch of views. I'm not sponsored by anyone, and I don't have any third-party company like working for me to advertise and stuff. I've had a bunch of companies reach out to me because some of my views are like over 1 million views, or some of my videos are over 1 million views. So I've had people reach out, but I'm not trying to be like a famous YouTube star per se. So I don't really feel the need to have like another company sort of doing things for me and giving them my money. I'd rather just wait till I have a lump sum, because YouTube will pay you, you have an account, and then when you have enough money, you can take the money out. So I'm just going to wait until I have enough money that's like means something to me to even take anything out. But yeah, I do get some money from some of my like higher ranking videos.
No, I agree with you. I actually thought about reaching out to a couple marketing people, and they're like, "Oh, what do you do?" And they're like, "Oh, well, we work on your Facebook, we work on your Twitter and Instagram." And I'm like, "Okay, can you get me on TV though?" It's like, "No, we don't do that. We can just work on your social media." Well, I'm on there every single day, 24/7, so it's kind of redundant to pay someone that. I find more satisfaction in doing something myself and saying, "Here's $300, here's my passwords and whatever, give you all my information." I like doing it myself.
Yeah.
So, but the other thing I was going to ask you is, for people out there who want to follow you, and the same thing for me for that matter, what were some of your biggest breakthrough websites? Would you say, networking on Facebook, Twitter, States 32, Hit Record, did those dictate breaking through the glass ceiling, or how would you say made your mark?
I would say the biggest thing that's made the biggest mark for me is YouTube. Just because I have some viral videos on there. Where I want people to go, like, I want my followers to be on YouTube and Instagram. Right. That's like where I want them to be. And my Instagram is just _Atlee, and then YouTube is just Atlee Feingold. So it's pretty simple to find me. And that's where I want people to go, because Instagram, I share, singing, modeling stuff, promo stuff from my performances. And YouTube, I have, my series on there, which are cool to just see me act if you want to. And then tons of my dancing stuff. And it just shows a little bit more of my personality. So I think those work well together.
No, absolutely. And my last question to you, I just want to say this one thing, is my Instagram, it's like my Facebook page. Don't ask me why. People like my backup page. and I said, this is my backup page. I really don't post anything on it, but I'm up to 600 members. So I'm like, wait, how am I up to 600 members on a backup page, but I'm only at 400 on my main page?
Yeah, it's weird.
It doesn't make sense. And Twitter, I'm constantly networking on Twitter. So it's last time I checked, it was about 804. And Instagram, it's like pulling teeth. I haven't beat the 100 mark yet.
Yeah, Instagram's hard. It's a whole nother. Instagram's a very visual platform, and I feel like what you do is not a visual thing. So it might be a little bit more difficult.
Well, can you give us a perfect example of what I do and what you do and see if there's a difference in viewers?
Sure. So for me as a performer, I have a lot of like visual images that are like really eye-catching for people.
Yeah.
And as a performer, I do promo shots, modeling things, blah, 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 that are just good images for people when they're on their discovery page of Instagram to just like see it and be like, oh, what is that? And go to it. Whereas for you, I feel like you're more of like a...
You can be honest.
Like a radio television media where like you don't have like great images from your interviews because you're just sitting there, so it's not like you're going to take a picture of that and then post it on Instagram. So for you, yeah, I think probably Twitter and just YouTube, Facebook is the best route.
It's funny. Recently, I started to do little promos for my interviews. Recently, I don't know if you saw it today, I did a promo I have an interview at 8 o'clock with former wrestler Ernest the Cat Miller. So I created a little promo, posted up there. I interviewed earlier today Jason Narby from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And
cool.
I put music to it, and I did a promo for that. So is that like the type of thing you were talking about? Just have, instead of pictures, have more videos? Or is it put myself out there more and see if that pulls the person in?
You mean how can you get more people on Instagram? Is that what you're asking?
Pretty much.
I would say for you, for what you do, the best way for you to actually start getting people on Instagram is once you get big enough to actually interview people who like in studio, and then you can take pictures with the people that you're interviewing, because that would be like a cool thing to go look on Instagram, just you with all the people that you interview.
It's all my things to do with. But if you'd like to work with me on that, maybe you help me, I help you.
Yeah. Maybe one day, who knows? Where do you live again?
Oh, New York.
Oh, cool. Well, I want to move there eventually, so when I move, I'll come find you.
No, I appreciate it. I have one more question for you, then I'll pass the show over to you, wrapping up. Yeah. When I first approached, just going back to our first interview, so just, I know it's been a while, but when I first approached you to be a guest on my talk show, what was your first reaction? And after 2 years, when I re-approached you again, did he feel the same way or did he feel differently?
I feel when you reached out the first time, first of all, I had to make sure you weren't like some crazy person, so I did that. And then I don't know, I've had a few, fans, I guess, reach out for different reasons for me to send them a headshot, or one fan made me a fan video, or you reaching out to do an interview, or somebody else, a poet from, I forget where, he wanted to speak to me on his podcast. So it's not like I was totally like, oh, like, what is this person doing? I kind of was like, okay, like, let me check out this person.
Right.
And then when you seemed cool, I was like, yeah, let's do it. So, yeah, and then this time, I mean, same thing. You're super relaxed. I like your professional shirt this time. Good. The only thing I would say is I feel like you should have a professional backdrop.
It's on my things to do list. The one thing about the platform that I'm using now, is, for example, like behind you, we see your closet and your bed. It's once I do the editing, it's cutting everything off. So as long as you're centered and I'm centered, you're not going to see any of this.
That's great.
And when you do the video, you may see a little bit, like a teeny bit of the closet, but that's the white part anyway. And
Yeah.
but it's not going to be like, well, we didn't make his bed today.
Yeah.
It's not going to be anything like that. So, yeah, my video quality really changed over the 4 years from
Yeah.
the phone and everything. But passing the show over to you, wrapping up, was there any subjects you wanted to talk about? Any funny stories?
I guess only a few things. I guess what I would say is, like, I made this pretty massive career move, moving from acting into singing, songwriting, and performing, and it's been really scary, and it's still really scary, but it's so much more me. And so, I don't know, I mean, my story. I came from a big hotshot job, and I was making tons of money and blah, 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 and then I quit that to actually pursue what I really want to do. And so, I don't know, I would just tell people that, sometimes it takes a while for you to really get to the root of what you're meant to do, but once you find it, just trust it, I guess, and know that everyone's kind of scared all the time and just trying to figure it out, and you're not alone, and yeah, and we all die anyway, so who cares, right?
Hey, you live only once.
Yeah, exactly.
What was the saying? I didn't mean to interrupt, I apologize.
No,
The saying I saw recently was, I watch motivational speeches, if it's Will Smith, if it's Jim Carrey, and they always say, and if that's just alone, it's not about how hard a life hits you, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's what winners do.
yeah,
And the quote recently was, if you feel comfortable, you're not going to go anywhere. Like, this is as far as it is. So you have to get out of your comfort zone and climb that ladder.
yeah, totally. I mean, it's so very true. It's so very true, and yeah, I think me and so many other artists struggle with, like, the worrying about being successful, and that gets in the way of your working. And my friend said to me just today, like, stop worrying and start working. And I think if you just kind of go to that place, like, stop worrying and start working, you're going to get somewhere, so.
Yeah, I agree with you. A lot of people, my dad would say this is a hobby. And, okay, yeah, fine, it's just a hobby. But I've been working on it for 4 years. But this is what I want to do until I'm not saying this to be cute. I really mean this. I want to do this until I die. I want to go to the next step. I want to show people, hey, that kid was supposed to be, I'm labeled as handicapped, mentally challenged, retarded. I'm showing people that I can define those odds, define those labels, and say, you can call me whatever the hell you want, but at the end of the day, I'm going to show you I can amount to something. So like I'm saying, hashtag break the labels.
Yeah, I love that.
Now go ahead.
No, I'm just writing it down. I'll tag you in some of my posts on Instagram.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I do have a couple questions for you off the air.
Yeah.
But was there anything you wanted to say around wrapping up our interview segment?
No, it's been great. I always love talking to you. It's really refreshing, and, you just remind me that, I should just go after what I want, and everyone has their stuff, and you just need to go for it.
No, absolutely. Now, wrapping up our segment, I'm looking forward to part 3 down the road. But it was a real honor and privilege to have you as a guest once again, and I'm looking forward to continuing our friendship as well.
Thanks, Keith.